Boop. Boop. Beep boop. Beep boop 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 boop. But that is new news. Apparently the Xbox One did something similar in January. Mm-hmm. They also let developers use their 7th core, but developers found that it made voice commands not work. Or it didn't. No, it didn't work because voice commands use like half that core, so it wasn't as effective. What are you doing?
Sorry.
Just checking everything.
Just trying to remember which.
Hello, it's Paul.
All right. That sort of worked. Although people saying that apparently they could hear me clicking.
I thought they could always hear you clicking. Maybe I'm wrong.
Such is, I don't know.
There we go. Such is the way.
Such is the way. We may come up with a better solution.
I think just a quieter mouse, honestly. I think that's the solution. Has science invented a quieter mouse?
I don't know.
Will science
Stealth
go
mouse.
too far? Yeah.
Teeny squeaky mouse.
Much smoother transitions this week? Well, that's because Paul was here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just me. Were you watching last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had to be like, and there's the end of the story. Now scroll this, now make this change, and good. Hello again. Such is live in the moon base. Def louder this time. Well, this time it was like right here under the mic instead of...
Yeah.
So.
I like .com makes Graham look like he's wearing a hoodie under the blazer. I can see that. It's kind of coming up around your neck.
We were looking at the Billy Mitchell story. We were considering doing that one. And the image they used in the story really makes his hair look like it's a cowl.
Yeah, he's got like kind of this like surrounding...
This perfect hair cowl. It's amazing. Ooh, Ashton. Linking to a silent mouse. Ooh. Ooh-hoo. Well then.
A silent mouse.
$72? Wow.
I mean, there's also
I guess that's what you pay for.
There's also the touchpad that Ian's got in the other room.
I guess there is a touchpad, yeah.
Anyway, we'll figure something out, maybe. Or maybe we won't.
Did I say the wrong name?
For what?
Billy Mitchell? No, yeah.
It's Billy Mitchell.
Yeah, Billy Mitchell. That story, by the way, if you're interested, is that so he took legal action against Cartoon Network for a character, Garrett Bobby Ferguson.
If you don't know, Billy Mitchell is the guy from
right.
King of Kong. He's one of the
world record holders for Donkey Kong.
Yeah, although I believe his record has now been surpassed.
Did he get it back?
And then it got surpassed again.
Right.
It is the current record holder is neither of the two guys from King of Kong.
Ball.
Apparently, because of King, I was reading an article. I think this was a thing for CheckPoint a while ago, but because of King of Kong, there's been like a resurgence in people doing it, and so.
I bet they're really happy about that.
Yeah, I bet the guys from King of Kong are like, God damn it. Yeah. There was just like 2 people before. Now there's a bunch.
Anyway, there was a character on Regular Show called Garrett Bobby Ferguson, or GBF, who was basically...
Giant beardy face.
Right, a giant floating beard. Well, here, let me just show you this picture from the article. Whip!
Yeah.
So there's the character from Regular Show, and there's Billy Mitchell. His hair looks like a cowl.
Yeah.
If you... Hang on. Nope. Wait. Is it this one? Nope.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to take the saturation down. Is that this one? Yeah. See, look. It looks like he's wearing a hoodie and has normal length hair.
Especially just the little bit at the top could very easily be like the point of a...
There,
hood.
see?
I like that.
Anyway, so the character was definitely meant to be a parody of him, which is not what his legal action was about, because you obviously can't do that. But what he was saying is because that's my likeness, it's a publicity thing where you're implying that I support the show, which is not fair to me because, making money from like appearances and stuff is one of the ways he makes money.
Right.
But the judge dismissed it because, quote,
I feel like the judge had probably been really annoyed at this particular thing, and also probably doesn't get a lot of chances to rule on really stupid things.
Yeah. While GBF may be a less than subtle evocation of Mitchell, GBF is not a literal representation of him. GBF appears as a non-human creature, a giant floating head with no body from outer space, while Mitchell is a human being. And when GBF loses his title, the character literally explodes, unlike Mitchell. So, anyway, that was one of the stories we didn't talk about.
Other things.
So the Namco patent is cool. I had no idea about this.
It seems like it's one of those like weird things that it's like, really? You can patent that? Mm-hmm. Apparently they're saying that you're not going to necessarily see like a huge explosion.
No, because the patent means you aren't even allowed to work on them.
Right. So, but now, I guess.
Now that it's over. So now, as of Friday, people can begin working on mini games for loading screens. In fact, there is a loading screen jam being held, apparently. There's a itch.io link. When's it happening? Is it happening? Oh, it's opened. It's going on right now.
Yeah.
There's
it's
a loading
going on
screen
this
jam.
week.
It's got three more days for a loading screen jam. Mm-hmm. So that's cool.
The question is like, is this what do you put in the, like you were talking about when you were doing the story?
Yeah.
Right, because the ideal thing for a loading screen game is something that is sort of a time,
something with no stakes,
but has no stakes.
Yeah, because the first thing I thought of, I was like, Fallout. They have all those holotape games. That's perfect. You could just play Red Menace, but it's like, no. But what if you're actually doing really well? Then you just want to keep playing Red Menace, right?
And then you forget about the actual game you're supposed to be playing.
Really, all I want from Destiny is being able to move the ships.
It's
just move like the Castlevania Symphony of the Night loading screens where you can like move the.
That's really all you need.
Yeah.
Like you don't need like a game.
No, just some sort of input.
There was this was like a long time ago, but I wonder if it's still around. In a form that is still viewable.
What is this?
This was a...
Yeah, I mean, that was the other thing I thought of, which is, you play it until you then press X. Like, it's like, we're loaded, but you can keep playing the loading screen game. But that's weird, because it's like, no, I actually just want to get back to playing the actual game. But seriously, now obviously the whole joke in the story there is very first world problems. But literally in Fallout, I've been like, oh okay, I'll fast travel here and I'll pull my phone and I'll unlock it and I'll launch Twitter and be like, I'm there already. Oh, lock my phone again.
Okay.
Whereas again, Destiny does not have. This is like Bloodborne into Destiny, long loading times, and I've been like, boop 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 boop.
Yeah. Well, the thing I was looking for there is that there's this website that had this. It was like they had a fancy Flash interface, right? And this was like maybe 10 years ago, when it would take a while to like load a Flash interface, and so there'd be like the little loading thing. And what they did is
stop local recording.
They had there's just a grid of 9 donuts, like 9 just like circles, right? And if you moused over one of the circles, it would go whoosh and disappear. And then like 5 seconds later, it would go whoop and come back. And so you could go like whoop, 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 and they go whoop, 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 they all disappear and they'd all come back.
Nice.
And then you do little patterns or try to get them all disappearing at the same time. Like, it was the stupidest thing. But by the time you're like, okay, this is dumb, it's already loaded.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, good. That's really what you need. Or the, Mario, I mean, it wasn't a loading screen, but like Mario 64 where you could like pull on Mario's face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was weird.
That's really all you need. It's not actually like a game, just like some sort of little interactive thingy.
Mm-hmm. The Dragon's Lair thing. Basically, at this point, it's a joke whenever you hear Kickstarter campaign shut down, relaunched on Indiegogo.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
And then you have the sort of additional silliness
And they were doing fine.
Of Dragon's Lair itself.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the movie that they want to make is supposed to be like a prequel to Dragon's Lair. If you actually if you made a movie of the story of the game Dragon's Lair, it's like he goes in, a bunch of stuff tries to attack him, and then he rescues the princess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not very long.
No. A lot of those screens are reused too.
Yeah. The and it's the only I remember doing a thing. I think it was definitely back in E&N days, because Dragon's Lair is one of the only games that is available not only on basically every video game system ever, and it just came out on mobile just not too long ago, but it's also available on DVD, not like a DVD that you put into your computer or you put into your PlayStation or whatever, but an actual DVD player DVD. That's how simple a game it is. It's
because it's just up, down, left, right, enter.
Yeah, and so it's just
you can play it on your DVD remote. But they were like compatible with PlayStation 2, and they were marketing it as
PlayStation 2s have a DVD player.
They were marketing it as a PS2 game, but
yeah. I had Dragon's Lair for my Mac, and I played it like a little bit, and then I just there's like a code that you could type in that just played it straight, like all the different scenes, and so I just watched that. Same with the like Space Ace or whatever. Anyway, the Don Blue stuff is silly.
Wow, did you hear about the latest cast reveal for MST3K Kickstarter?
No.
So the new have you seen who the new like host and robots are?
No.
Okay, so they're doing it like just because this came up in chat, like Joel's not actually in it.
Oh,
like it's a complete reboot.
Oh, okay.
Which it makes actually way more sense. So
he's just producing it.
Yeah. So I don't actually recall his name. He does work with the Nerdist, but people are very excited that he's going to be the new host. So
all right,
that's great. Felicia Day is the mad scientist.
Okay.
Patton Oswalt is her henchman.
Okay.
So I'm interested. You have my attention now. I was really worried initially, but Jonah Ray, that's it. Yes, thank you.
I mean, obviously Felicia Day and Patton Oswalt won't be actually doing the riffing, but
no, it's not Chris Hardwick. I know who Chris Hardwick is. I'm less familiar with Jonah Ray. Apparently, he's very funny, but I just don't know him.
Huh.
So.
And I mean, it's doing extremely well as a Kickstarter, obviously.
Yeah, sure is. Patton Oswalt is TV's son of TV's Frank. He should be. What else were we doing here? The League of Legends thing is, again, pretty funny. They're constant battles against people being dicks.
I mean, we've done quite a few different stories about
many
League of Legends. Yeah, their various plans. I mean, and like, you got to respect that League of Legends is, working so hard at it. And I'm sure, and obviously I think it is working in the sense of it's certainly better than it would be otherwise. It would be interesting to, these techniques that League of Legends and Riot has developed for, League of Legends. You wonder whether they could be applied to a game that isn't so Like if they can fix half the problems or half the toxic behavior in League of Legends on a normal game, could it be like 95%?
Yeah.
Or does the solutions they have only work with League of Legends?
Yeah. Yeah, for those who are like, oh yeah, MST3K or whatever, RiffTrax is still a thing and is great, and I highly recommend it. RiffTrax is Mike from MST3K and Kevin Murphy, who was Tom Servo for basically the entire show, and Bill Corbett, who was the second crow for like half the show, and they still do that thing, and it's real good. And the infrastructure on their site is great also. And you can actually now buy streaming versions of old MST3K episodes through RiffTrax with new intros from Mike, and they've cleaned up the audio. And the profits from those episodes go to the entire original creative cast of the show, rather than buying it through other places.
And I believe
think it's sweet.
I believe that, like, at least at this point, the Kickstarter has no the MST3K Kickstarter and the RiffTrax stuff is totally not
totally separate. Yeah. Basically, Joel has been like, if anyone from the original crew wants to come in and help out, the door's open.
Right.
But the rest of the original crew were like, we didn't know about this. We're not part of this.
Yeah, the other thing going on.
So no, I guess. Yeah.
Who knows? Obviously, I think I feel like if the MST3K is successful, they'll do like a guest spot or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
The seventh processing core in the PS4 is now open to developers.
I in the comments for that article I was reading, and somebody was talking about how it's like, oh, this is probably Call of Duty 3. They're saying Call of Duty 3 must have got in on an early access thing on this, because when you're playing Call of Duty 3, apparently if you try to drop into the PS4 UI, it just grinds.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's because Call of Duty 3 is terrible for that reasons, or
I've been really impressed actually with the processing on the PS4, with that stuff dedicated to the system, because at the moment, like at home with the baby, I can be playing Fallout, go to the main menu, suspend Fallout, open up Netflix or YouTube, start watching something, pause that, go back to Fallout, opens up right where I left off, then close that again, go back, picks back up in Netflix or YouTube where I paused.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good. I was like, I didn't realize there was so much processing power behind the PS4. I don't want to lose that, so it's not. In that case, it's not, because you're suspending things, so it's not really processing. Yeah, still. So. All right.
The seventh core is for games on the loading screen.
Yeah. The harmonics, or the Fallout 4 costumes for Rock Band, they're free, by the way. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to pay extra for them. And
it's just one of the
for a couple seconds I was like, that's weird. Harmonix is from Boston, though.
Right.
Which is where Fallout 4 is set.
Right. So
I assume that's why.
Yeah. It's just they're probably just it's probably one of those things where they are big fans of Fallout 4, and they're just like, we can do this in an afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Still worried about how modding on I'm sure the Xbox One can do it as well. Worried about how modding on the PS4 will go. I'm really curious. I'm not worried. I'm actually fascinated to see how they're going to do that, because again, they said at the reveal for Fallout 4 that they're starting in 2016, they're going to make it so that PC mods for Fallout 4 will work on the console versions, which sounds awesome.
Now, it's that PC mods? It's not that you have to they don't have to have different mods?
Yeah, it's the actual, the mods people make on PC. There's some way how they will, you'll be able to get them.
There must be, maybe it'll be.
I don't think literally all of them will work.
There'll probably be some kind of
vetting process.
Yeah.
But still.
But it's impressive. It's impressive not only from Bethesda, but also it shows how Sony and is it both Xbox One and PS4 are going to do that? Wow. Mm-hmm. So it shows that the console manufacturers are releasing their death grip a little bit on some stuff. I feel like you probably aren't going to see Nintendo doing that anytime soon.
Yeah.
But then again, you're not going to see Fallout 4 on anytime soon either.
So there was a story on Gamasutra that was not like news, but it was interesting, talking to Lucas Pope, who made Papers, Please, and the game that he's working on, which is has a 1-bit visual aesthetic, which is to say...
black and white.
It's black and white, or black and very, very, very dark green. Or sorry, no, black and very, very, very light green. Green and white, I guess.
Is it? No. It's
the screenshots aren't pure black.
Oh.
I'm just saying it's like there's sort of a green. Anyway, well here I'll put up a screenshot. And all the shading is done with dithering. Sort of old school Mac Plus style, as he says.
Yeah.
He's like, remember the Mac Plus? And people are like, what? Look at that. Isn't that neat?
Which I had a Mac Plus when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And so he's saying that, he's saying that he has a bit of a problem with this. Or there's a bit of a problem in that a lot of this kind of, retro pixel art aesthetic is based on... nostalgia, and a lot less people have nostalgia for Mac Plus gaming than he miscalculated.
Yeah, I think it's neat.
But
what game is that for? That is Return of the Obra Dinn, which is Lucas Pope's next game.
Yep.
Here, I will copy this story to the comments.
And then there's another game that
is not. Hang on.
There's another game that is talked about in the same article, which is called Rogue Invader. So it's another game by a different guy, but is also using a similar kind of look. But yeah, they call it. I think they call it like, dither. I don't know. It's subcurve. Like, what was it? Dither Punk, which is kind of a stupid name. But anyway, the idea of the I have a great nostalgia for the
Leisha Joy says I am the demographic for this.
The black and white stuff, yeah. Not only because the thing is, it's not only that it's black and white, it's that it's 512 by 512, which is the Mac Plus,
right?
Or the original Mac Plus monitor.
Well, hello, Day 04. Welcome. Speaking of PS4, Sony's working on an application to support streaming PS4 games to Mac and Windows PCs.
Yeah,
which is neat.
That's,
we have a whole thing for that, but
that's really, and the Xbox One already does it on Windows 10.
Yeah,
you can do but like you imagine 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. If someone was like, Sony's coming out with an app, like someone's coming out with a program that you can install on your computer that will allow you to play the games that are on your PlayStation, like that would be crazy, especially on your Mac.
Yeah. This is the Aftershow now. Yes. The Metal Gear Solid 5 nuclear disarmament event. That's neat. As I said in the story, we don't think it's going to happen because. But here's why I think it's going to be much harder to disarm everyone in the game than in real life. In real life, people can't just forget to log into their country and stop playing. Like if someone built nuclear weapons and then stopped playing Metal Gear,
right?
What happens? Does Konami go, they still have nukes, and everyone else is like, they're not here?
Well, I think somebody could go and steal or destroy them or something. Or
I guess,
steal their nukes,
yeah.
Or, I don't know. And also, it's just anybody can just kind of, some random person can just log in and make a new thing and
Yeah. Now this
mess
is
it up for everybody.
per platform. Oh, per platform, like gaming platform,
Yeah,
not per in-game platform. So,
360
it's gone down a
so
lot
far.
so between November 1st and November 25th, the number of nukes in the game has dropped significantly. On November 1st, there was among PlayStation 4 players there was 2,761 nuclear weapons in the game, and as of the 25th, only 352. So it's gone down a lot. The lowest number is Xbox 360 players. They only have 85.
I'd be curious. I wonder if there's up-to-date numbers on this, because this was 5 days ago.
Mm-hmm. And now that they've actually announced it officially, so
Yeah, I wonder if... Who knows?
yeah. Oops, I checked in as Norway today. Nice. So that'll be sort of interesting. Was there anything else? This was kind of interesting. It's not like it was a little dense for me to make into a story, I thought.
Yeah.
But there was an interesting breakdown on Kotaku Steamed about a Counter-Strike player, 3 Clicks Philip, I believe that's how to pronounce it, who went like really deep on exactly how bullets work in Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
And how like the hitboxes interact with each other and stuff.
Yeah, because they were wondering, it's like the in-game model puts their hand up to their face when the flashbang goes off. So what happens if you shoot them in the hand when it's in front of their face? Does it stop it from being a headshot? No. It goes right through everything. But interestingly, it doesn't do hand damage plus head damage. It only does the head damage. Mm-hmm. And if you angle it so that it goes through the hand but not the head, it does hand damage. Anyway, the point is the article goes very deep on exactly how the bullets work in the game, which is relevant for basically no one, but it's interesting.
Apparently, one thing that he did find out, the super MLG strat, is if somebody's about to headshot you.
Right.
In fact, I believe there's basically no way that you could do this intentionally. But if somebody's about to headshot you, if you throw a grenade and they shoot the grenade instead of your head, it will take away part of the damage of the shot. Like it'll do, instead of like 100 damage, it does 60 damage.
Three clicks, Philip does crazy complex CSGO tutorials. Exactly.
The so like he's saying like you can that a grenade or a thrown weapon will actually partially block a bullet. So if somehow you can throw a grenade fast enough that it's...
If you can hit a grenade, you can.
But the thing is, there's I'm pretty sure Counter-Strike doesn't actually have like the bullets don't take very much time to get to the person. Like it's or if it's not perfectly.
My favorite basically couldn't have planned for it. One was in Destiny. There's trip mine grenades that you can throw and they stick. And he was someone threw a trip mine grenade at an enemy just as they were dying and popped out an engram, which is like the icosahedrons that you pick up and take back to to decode. And when an enemy dies, they appear like mid mass and go boop like that. So the enemy died and it appeared as the trip mine was in the air and it stuck to the engram.
So nobody could pick up the engram without blowing up.
without it blowing up. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
basically everything that we had.
All the stories, yeah.
And so now
we
will say hello to various people.
The welcoming.
So, Mirnus with a 5-month resub. Welcome back, Mirnus.
Mirnus.
Lord Crusher with a 2-month resub. Welcome back.
I think he's sub for more than 2 months.
I think so, but there's if you lapse in the middle, yeah. Legion of Lashes with a 14-month resub. Reneko with an 8-month resub. Mystic TH with an 8-month resub. Welcome back. Captain Ender 7, 24 months, the 2 years. Welcome, Captain Ender 7. Thank you. Tyrant Taco with a 23-month resub. Splash for Mirrodin with a 1 year, 12-month resub. Welcome back, Splash for Mirrodin. Someone, no, not you, with a 14-month resub. Blue Mechanic with an 18-month resub. Hail the RNG, 10 months. Togashina Ruta with a 23-month resub. Featuring me, a new subscriber. Welcome, featuring me. Thank you. And
someone,
welcome to the channel.
No, not you, featuring me should get together.
Yeah. Evil Smurf with a 23-month resub. Welcome back, Evil Smurf. Zyme86, 17-month resub. Casalotranto with a 28-month resub. Dibria, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Dibria. Thank you so much. G6666 with a 27-month resub. Another 27 months from Itazu. And Inquisitor Jean with a 5-month resub. And Mihal D with a 23-month resub. Welcome back.
So many peoples.
Welcome back, all of you. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Wait. Whoop. Welcome, everybody. Wait, I gotta do it all again now.
No.
Hang on.
People didn't know that was the sub welcome time.
Yep.
New sub hype, yeah.
Yeah. The after show goes a lot more quickly when we're not doing the Kathleen commercials. It's more efficient.
I would like to point out that although Kathleen was not here, she was here in spirit because she did write 2 of those stories.
Yeah, as she did last week as well.
Yeah,
which is great. The Don Bluth story. You may have noticed that she wrote that. I tried to work that in there. So, yeah, that's going to be it for Checkpoint for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Paul's going to be back in... Oh, wait, Girl Painting just subscribed.
Oop.
Girl Painting, Under the Wire.
A painting of a girl.
Sure.
Or a girl who is painting things.
Or neither of those.
Or neither of those. Or both of those.
Who knows? Yeah, welcome Girl Painting. So thank you all for watching. Welcome to our new subs. Welcome back to our recurring subs. If you're not following the channel, do follow. Paul's going to be back in less than an hour.
Yes.
Just in 57 minutes for... what are you playing right now?
More Yoshi's Woolly World.
Oh, right. Sweet. More Yoshi's Woolly
I'm
World.
so excited to get back to that.
Yay.
I was, we were doing Desert Bus, and then I got sick, and so I couldn't play it last Monday, and so I'm jonesing for the Woolly World.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, channel will be back in an hour. Don't go away. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Whoops. Wait, where is it? There it is. Ha!